Investors, I know you guys are all interested in flipping some properties out here in Las Vegas and Henderson. Today we're going to take a look at a real life flip, not that HD TV scripted flips, and show you what really goes into finding these deals, flipping them, and setting the bar for the new comps moving forward. Yeah, so today we have one of our preferred lenders, Sean from Loan Depot. He's going to talk to you a little bit about investment loans and what it takes to, get financing so you can leverage that money to maximize your investments.
This house needs some work. What are we going to do in here, Robert? I can't wait to hear what you guys are going to do to this property.
We are literally going to do everything. Nothing is going to stay. Everything you see in here has to go. Clearly distressed property. There was a long-term tenant in here that did not take care of the property. There was a property management company in place, but honestly, I don't think they stepped foot in here the entire time the tenant was here. So we are literally gutting everything. All the flooring, baseboards, windows, fixtures, cabinets, appliances, everything is going. We're even gonna lower this down to open it up a little bit more and widen out the counter space. A little trick that we do is we do put stainless steel appliances and new cabinets, but then we're going to leave out the fridge to make the kitchen more open. And then we're going to swap out all of the fixtures, lights with all black hardware. Cabinets, hinges. We'll do a nice fixture here in the dining area. All these old dingy plates, baseboards, all that'll be off. New paint throughout. We're gonna do a waterproof laminate vinyl throughout. It really wears better than carpet. It's waterproof, so it takes care of a lot of the tenant issues. The only places that we're gonna keep carpet, and definitely not keeping this carpet, but we're gonna put new carpet in there, and that will be in the 2 bedrooms. Laundry room, bathrooms, all of that will be the waterproof vinyl laminate. In the tub surrounds, we'll build out tile all the way up to the top, new vanities, new sinks, faucets, again, carpet in here. We'll rip out all these toilets and again, taking out all of the tile in there. Literally everything that you'll see and touch in this place will be brand new.
So as far as square footage goes, Robert, about how much square feet is this condo here?
We're about 838 square feet on this one.
Is there like a trick when you're looking to rehab that you might budget as far as square footage goes to know like, hey, this might cost X amount of dollars just purely based on square footage?
Generally speaking, about a 2-bedroom condo, as long as I'm at or under 1,000 square feet, roughly I'm looking about $15,000. I budgeted $20,000 on this one just because we were gonna do some extra stuff that we normally don't do. I know the AC needs a little bit of work. Cabinets, sometimes you can just refinish the cabinets. In this particular case, they're no good. We have to totally take them out and go with brand new cabinets. So we do have a $20,000 budget on this particular condo.
What's the one thing that you've seen in your flipping career that maybe some people overlook when maybe this is their first flip that they're doing that maybe they need to pay attention to?
Oh, that's a good question. It's systems. I think, a lot of people think, I could just put down some basic flooring and paint and call it a day. A lot of money does tend to get sucked up if you have to, go new water heaters, if you have to replace the HVAC altogether. Are you able to just replace some components, or is it a whole new system? So I think systems in general. If you're not looking at condos, also roof and foundation issues, structural issues can totally kill a flip. I try to stay with properties that are more so just cosmetic, or maybe an AC or something like that, but if I'm seeing truss and cracked foundations and things like that, it gets pricey real quick. So I try to stay away from those major rehabs.
Makes sense. And you guys were able to pick this up for how much again?
$165,000 on this one.
Wow, that's such a deal.
Yeah, it's crazy because it actually sat on the market for several months with the tenant in here, but the tenant was non-cooperative, so they weren't allowing any showings. So because of that, and it sat for months, they never did any price adjustments. So when you list it for top dollar and then it sits for 4 months and the market's hyper appreciating the way that it is, what was top dollar becomes actually undervalued. And then because we couldn't come in, we structured the deal for all of our contingencies to start once the tenant had vacated the property. So that actually took them about a month and a half to do to get them out of here. Then our due diligence, inspections, all of that started at that point. So then we came in, took a look, the numbers still worked because it had gone up even more. So we ended up being in escrow almost 2.5 months on this. So from the time they actually listed it, which was $165, and that's what I paid them full list, it actually went about 6 months between the time they listed it and the time it actually sold. And given what the market's doing right now, it actually became a good deal.
You're making money already.
Yeah.
So how do you figure out your ARV when you are looking at a property like this and kind of figuring out like what would your profits look like?
You know, ARV, after repair value, a lot of investors that are looking to flip, they really should be concentrating on what the after repair value is, not so much of what is the value of the property right now. It really doesn't matter what I pay right now. It matters what can I sell the property for when it's a finished product. We look for little niches where the majority of the properties are either in distressed condition, maybe half remodeled, but there's no comps really supporting a fully remodeled unit, because then when we come in and we do a full remodel, there's nothing that's really comparable. So when we can show an appraiser that, hey, you know, we have a dozen offers on this property yielding the price that we're asking, and we're the only one in this area that's fully remodeled like that, then we're really setting the bar. So then we become the first comp in that community that is fully remodeled, and then it bumps the values of all the other properties in the community. But if there was already a property that had been fully remodeled and then we come in fully remodeled, they are going to directly tie our property's value to that other one that's already fully remodeled. So by not having that, we're really setting the bar of what the value is.
And that's why it's really important too, when you are working with the realtor and let's say you are looking to buy a house, that they know how to comp a property when you're making your offers, because like Robert said, if they don't know, if you can't look at the future value or what they think the appraisal is going to come in at, it makes your offers very difficult and sometimes not appealing to the seller, so that when, as a lender, once we go into contract, that's when oftentimes you might see appraisals coming short, or you have properties that don't appraise for really what you might have thought it was, but did the agent do a good job up front? And that's why I love working with Robert and his team, because they understand what appraisers are looking for and how to determine the value, so that way our clients get a great deal when they're buying property.
Well, thank you for joining us for the tour of this latest flip that we're going to do. Check back with us in about a month. We'll have the after video so that you can see what it looks like as a finished product, and we'll revisit the numbers and the ARV and see if our plan came to fruition. And you know, like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications if you want to see more flips like this.